was really good. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic once again. We keeping it moving, and you know, Johnny Nelson opening his mouth again. He must be on Anthony Joshua's Eddie Hearn Matchroom payroll, man, because it's one of the absolute most biased dudes I ever seen on any television set. I'm gonna link the video in the description so y'all can check it out. This decaf says that Tony Bellew, David Haye winner is a bigger fight for Anthony Joshua than Deontay Wilder. Maybe over there. Maybe over there they want to see Haye or Bellew take on Joshua. But at the end of the day, I think it's a sense. And Johnny Nelson, he knows boxing. Let me say that first and foremost. And when he's not biased, I mean, I value his opinion. Most definitely dig what he does most of the time. But when it comes to Anthony Joshua, I mean, this dude is just, he got a love affair with Anthony Joshua. And I understand, you're supposed to push, you're supposed to push your own. But it's a nice little thick line. It's not a thin line. It's a thick line between being biased and calling it how you see it. And he ain't, when it comes to Joshua, he condones him. Oh, yeah, go ahead and duck Wilder. You don't need the Wilder fight. Oh, I'm going to make up a sparring story about Vladimir Klitschko knocking Wilder down 10,000 times in the gym. And that's why, he really don't want, Anthony Joshua. You see what Anthony Joshua did to Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, all these excuses, and, some people in America, we can't fathom what he's talking about because we really don't care about UK boxing for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We really don't. They got their own little world over here, and we got our own little world over here. When it comes to some of their fighters, historically, when they come over to America, when they step up into American competition, they get them paws put on them. They get whipped up. It happens. Ricky Hatton, Amir Khan. I mean, Lennox Lewis, I think came over, got knocked out before he got Emmanuel Stewart. I mean, the list goes on and on, you dig? And I think deep in the hearts of most, in Johnny Nelson and most UK fans, I mean, Anthony Joshua is the exception because there is no dominant U.S. heavyweight force right now. Period. I don't care. Deontay Wilder is not a force to me right now. But I think they deep down they know, just in the back of their heads, every time they fighters, mostly other than the exceptions like Joe Calzaghe and a few others, come over to America, they get exposed. And I'm just speaking facts, and it happens, more times than none. American fighters go over to the UK and they whoop them. If they choose to go over there, we whoop them. Timothy Bradley whooping Junior Witter, Earl Spence whooping on Kell Brook. I mean, Anthony Durrell lost a close fight to Carl Froch. You had that one. Froch did whoop on Pascal, but he's from Canada. And some of them come over here and do their thing for sure. But most times than none, they got iced by Ricky Hatton, got iced by Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather back to back. I mean, who else that came over and got whooped? Amir Khan came over and got knocked out. I mean, you name them, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And you have your exceptions. You had Kell Brook, who beat Sean Porter. You have your exceptions on both sides. But deep in their hearts, they know that, Deontay Wilder is a threat. I guess that's what it is because he got power. And they don't want to see Joshua fight. They don't want Joshua in that dangerous fight because Joshua brings a lot of revenue to them. Without Anthony Joshua right now, Eddie Hearns wouldn't be nowhere near Frank Warren, in my opinion. He wouldn't be able to come to America and start being a promoter, being a major player with HBO. A lot of different things. You see what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua is why UK boxing is as hot as it is right now. I know you got the pulls like Ricky Burns, and you got other pulls. You got guys like Josh Taylor, who I think can be a pound-for-pound fighter one day coming up. But Anthony Joshua is really, holding the UK boxing scene up right now. He is the main attraction. He opens a lot of doors revenue-wise for Sky Sports, for Johnny Nelson. Then he gives them something to talk about. Without Anthony Joshua being in the equation, UK boxing wouldn't be on the rise like it is and be as dominant as it is right now. And I'm trying to say, and they know if Deontay Wilder has that big right hand and that windmill, punches, and they just see him as a threat. And they didn't want to see him versus Luis Ortiz. They didn't want to see him versus Deontay Wilder. They'd rather see him, if he's going to lose to a UK guy where they could pass the torch and he become a bigger star. And that's what it boils down to. There's no way in hell that Tony Bellew and David Haye is a bigger fight in the world for Joshua. In the UK, it's probably a bigger fight. I give them that. But I think everybody wants to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua in America. The UK probably don't want to see it because they don't want to see Deontay Wilder come over and steal Anthony Joshua's sunshine. They was able to make Charles Martin fight happen because they know he was easy money. Dominic Brazil, Eric Molina. They was able to make so many different fights happen. Puev. They're making all these fights happen. But at the end of the day, they don't want one fight, which is Deontay Wilder. I'm going to keep doing videos on it. Johnny Nelson is swaying the public's opinion, what he's supposed to do. He's very biased. He knows Anthony Joshua don't want no smoke with Deontay Wilder. If it was an easy fight, why don't he just get it out the way? We don't care over here about nothing that goes on over there. Honestly, no fighter over there we care about besides maybe a little bit of Anthony Joshua. You think people today stopping their day at 4 or 5 o'clock to see Anthony Joshua fight? Absolutely not. Nobody cares. And if you ain't doing nothing, of course you're going to turn it on. But on a Saturday in America, depending on which side of the border you sitting on, which area you sitting on, you're not stopping your day to watch Anthony Joshua, even as a hardcore fan or a purist fan. Some of them not. You can watch the tape delay, you can tape it, or you can watch it wherever you're going to watch it. Nobody's stopping it. When he fights Deontay Wilder and gets that hurdle out the way, and become undisputed, beat Joseph Parker, then people will start, holding him in high regards in America. Until then, it's a bunch of riffraff. We out.